Guess it would help if I turn the timer on, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love streaming live because we're live right now and we haven't even started yet.
Oh, great.
All right, let's do this. Took this one over. Thanks for everybody on the live stream. We will be back to you in 2 and 2. Here we go. Welcome back to Investing with Confidence. I am your host, Joshua David, and we are doing our yogi poses, our yoga poses here in studio, having a good
Speak
time.
for yourself.
That's because we are flexible, Al.
Yeah,
If you happen to miss 2 tickets for the investing class, call 952-814-4410. You can also text the word invest to the number 484848. You'll prompt to get a text back and a link to register for that free class. And Al, I just kind of it was just suited for this segment here to talk about being flexible. That's how you wanted to talk about the financial markets. Is markets have multiple, and we should say 3 directions in the market.
Mhm.
They go up. Everybody knows that. We've been having a great bull market. That's what an up market is. You call it a bullish market.
Right.
We also have down markets, which is you call a bearish market. Now, there's also sideways markets with the stock market. So you need a strategy that's designed for all market conditions, which is being flexible with your investment strategy. What are you talking about with that, and how do you help people become more flexible in their investments?
Yeah, the goal is to be able to say that regardless of what's happening, you're ready. You know what you're going to do. You don't have to question where you are, question what you're doing, because you know you're prepared. And the markets do different things. They go up, they go down, they go sideways. They're volatile. They're calm. There are trades or assets that you want to take a look at that might actually benefit in an inflationary period. There's some assets that will benefit if we have a non-inflationary period. So it's being diversified. We had mentioned that in that, I think, the last segment. That doesn't mean just being spread out amongst a whole bunch of different stocks or mutual funds.
That's
It
not
means
diversified.
it's diversifying, but it's within one asset.
You're right.
You need to have multiple assets, so you're kind of prepared. You want to make sure that when the market does rotate or does change directions, that you can benefit from that. One of the things that I think you mentioned in this last segment was that people trade based on fear.
Yeah.
It's emotions. It's emotions as a human being that you need to control. And if you don't control those emotions, you are going to react in a way where you're your worst enemy. You're your biggest competitor if you let those emotions take control of what you do. If you don't understand how you can benefit from different market conditions, that fear is going to take over. And fear really impacts you in a number of ways. It impacts you because you're afraid of missing out on any more of an upward movement. So people have a tendency to get in at what point? At the peak of the market,
When it's too late.
at the high point. But then you're also afraid if the market's going down, you're afraid you're going to lose more. So what do? You get out.
They bail.
And a lot of people, because of the emotions, really it's more, we talk about buy and hold, which is buying a position and holding on to it. Really, it's buy and hope, and hope takes over. You hope that the market doesn't continue to go down. You hope that it comes back. You hope that it comes back enough. And then hope, I think I've said this in previous shows, hope leads to that religious position where you are on your knees making promises that you know you're never going to keep, just because you are saying, hey, if you only let the market go back up again, I promise I'll take my mother-in-law to church next Sunday. You have no intention of doing that. You're just waiting for the market to turn around and go back up. But hope isn't a strategy. Education, having the proper education is, and knowledge is the thing that everybody will tell you. Everybody who is a professional trader will tell you if you don't have the proper knowledge, you're going to miss out on opportunities that are being presented to you on a pretty much a regular basis.
Yeah, I mean, the fact of the matter is, Al, the markets are great right now. There's some huge opportunities that there's a lot of people missing out on because of emotions. And I know there's a lot of people listening right now that probably have got out of positions when prices were crashing at one point. If you're listening right now, and that's you, well, how do you eliminate those emotions? There's probably people that got into positions after things looked like they were so great.
Right.
And what's everybody say? It went down every time I bought it, right?
Right.
Well, that's because you have the proper or the wrong strategy. You have the wrong
Mm-hmm.
strategy, the wrong timing strategy, and you're basing decisions off emotions. And if you want more, I guess, improve your overall financial literacy, it comes down to a little bit of knowledge and skill. And Al, you teach that. You teach that in these investing classes to help build strategies for increasing your accounts potentially in those down markets or up markets. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't matter what the market does. So callers 1 through 10, I want to invite you to an investing class that Al teaches right here in Bloomington. They're free. They're only 2 hours. And these are classes where we've taught thousands, just like you, are many strategies which are designed to teach you to make better investing decisions. Callers 1 through 10, you're going to receive 2 tickets. I'm also going to give away something a little bit different here. I'm going to give away a crypto course. If you're looking to understand more about what cryptocurrency is, what the blockchain chain technology is, you're gonna receive that when you attend this free class. 952-814-4410. That's 952-814-4410. If you're a texter, you can just text the word invest to the number 484848. And Al, we talk about a few times here today. People are looking for self-directing opportunities,
Mm-hmm.
especially now. When I say that, I'm putting some emphasis on that, especially in their retirement accounts, because you should and you are the best steward for your money. Rather than relying on a stranger or a friend of another friend or a broker or advisor that you like them, they're a nice gal or they're a nice girl, a nice guy, whatever that may be. Now, how many times a year do you talk to that nice gal, that great friend that you think they are? Probably once, maybe never throughout a course of a year. And do you think they have your best interest in your investments? So, Al, you help a lot of people, especially that want to understand more about self directing opportunities,
Mm-hmm.
take more control and take more action with their 401ks, IRAs, 403bs, TSPs, whatever those financial accounts might be, like retirement accounts. How do you help people make the right decisions with those, but to do that with more consistency as well?
Yeah, it's consistency, it's confidence. Those are the C words that we talk about. And it starts with really understanding a little bit more about you because everybody is unique, as we've said before. There is no one size fits all kind of strategy. What are your expectations? What are your needs? What do you want your life to look like, both while you're still working and when you retire? Then a proper strategy can be put together for you. It's all part of a proper plan, and that plan should be specific to you. One of the things a plan will do is control those emotions. You have to do that. You have to keep the emotions out of your decision making process. Otherwise, you're going to do the exact opposite of what you should do. That fear will take over, greed will take over. So, how do you control emotions? You have a step by step process, a set of rules you follow. That's part of that plan. That plan should also include a foundational strategy and basic investment strategy that you're going to use for everything you do, regardless of what you're trading or investing, how often you do it or how little you do it. And that really kind of keeps things simplified. Not only simplifies it, but also helps you to go down a path, the end of which will tell you whether what you're looking at is a good quality trade that you should probably take a look at because it gives you low risk entry, a high profit potential, and the odds that it's going to go in your favor. That's what you want to identify with every trade. What if it doesn't meet those things? Then what if you had a trading platform that actually gave you an alert saying, don't do this trade because it doesn't meet the qualifications that are specific and in your best interest. That's what a trading platform that our students have access to, Click. Uh, it'll do that. It will help you qualify a trade. It will help you stay out of a trade if it's bad for you. It will help you control your emotions because you follow a set of rules. Take your brain as much as possible out of it. No offense to anyone.
Mhm.
And your gut. Those should not be part of your decision making process. And then that plan should also include the proper assets and strategies for you to give you the opportunity to achieve your objectives, but also to do that regardless of what the market conditions are.
Yeah, I was at a family gathering here not long ago, and we were talking about the markets a little bit. Everybody always talks about the markets when they know what you do, and
Hmm.
we were just talking about they remember 2008 on how how devastating that was for a lot of people. And a lot of our listeners probably haven't experienced that yet because they didn't start investing until 2008 or afterwards, which
Right.
which is a good thing. But the ones that have, I mean, that's who we're seeing that's coming to these investing classes. They experienced a lot of losses in 2008 because they just didn't know. And you don't really sleep well at night. And that was one of the things that really stuck with me
Right.
is they were talking about they had a hard time sleeping not because of uncertainty, not knowing if they're going to have retirement accounts anymore because they just didn't know what to do. Al teaches investing classes on, how to make better decisions in retirement accounts, more self-directing opportunities. So if you want to sleep better at night, knowing you're protected, you have to do things a little bit differently. So callers 1 through 10, I want to invite you to this investing class. Al teaches these many years of experience in the financial markets. When I say many, I mean many.
Zing.
So callers 1 through 10, you're going to receive 2 tickets, one for you and a friend for this free class. 952-814-4410. Al, what do you got coming up next?
Well, you know what? Let's just talk a little bit about why the knowledge that you have may be exactly what you shouldn't be following.
We talk a lot about misinformation. We know where that comes from. Coming up next, misinformation in the markets. 952-814-4410. This is Josh and Al. We will be right back.